I'm here in Toronto at Canada's Wonderland. It's the largest amusement park in Canada, and I am due to get on my 100th roller coaster credit. So can I do it in this video? We'll soon find out. My name is Max Brindon and this is Max G-Force. I've just entered the park and I'm going to head straight over to Behemoth, which is a B&M hyper coaster. Wow, first impressions of this park, it is stunning. The scenery there of Wonder Mountain. I love the fact that it's similar to Niagara Falls, like you can tell they're trying to replicate it. I've got 15 roller coasters that I need to get on to get to my 100th coaster credit. I've made it over to the far left of the park now to ride Behemoth. It's a B&M Hyper, it's got a 230-foot drop and it opened in 2008, so it's been around for a while. So yeah, this is only the second one I will have ever got on. They're meant to be focused on airtime, so they're airtime machines, which is, you know, my favourite element on a coaster. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I've just got off Behemoth and wow, that was fantastic. What a way to start my day here at Canada's Wonderland. So the ride experience of Behemoth, I managed to get on the back row for my first ever ride, and yeah, you are completely whipped out of your seat on that first drop if you sit towards the back, as with most coasters. The airtime on this is brilliant, really good fun, and those clamshell restraints on these B&M Hypers, they're so freeing. It is such a good fun, it's a fun ride. Sitting on the back, there's plenty of airtime hills on this thing, and you're whipped down all of them. Dare I say, you're getting ejector airtime on them. You then, towards the end of the ride, you go through a downward helix. But yeah, you get some nice positive G-force and a lovely sense of speed as well. This thing has endless airtime hills. It is an airtime machine here at Canada's Wonderland. Really good, fun ride. I'm not sure where I'm going to head to next. Possibly Yukon Striker, or maybe I'll do some of the smaller coasters on the way, as I need to get to that 15 credit count today. So yeah, one down, 14 to go, and I think I want to make Leviathan my 100th coaster. Yeah, let's see if I can do it. I'm just about to get on flight deck here. It's a Vekoma SLC. The last one I did of this was in Fusion at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and I did not enjoy it. I believe it's exactly the same layout. They've got loads of these clones around the world. I don't know why it's such a horrible coaster. The roughness of it, I was worried I was going to like crack my teeth on Infusion, so we'll see how this one compares. just got off flight deck. I queued 20 minutes for that, and those are 20 minutes I'll never get back. Throughout the layout, it is really janky. Your head's bashing against the over-the-shoulder restraint. It's not much fun. This is a one and done for me. How does it compare to Infusion at Blackpool Pleasure Beach? They're basically the same, to be honest. All these things are terrible. I mean, it's got quite good theming though. It used to be themed to Top Gun because this park was originally owned by Paramount before they sold off to Cedar Fair, which is now Six Flags. So they've removed all the branding for it, but it's still got like a jet in the queue line. And I do quite, I mean, it's quite a boring colour scheme, but I do quite like it. They are cool looking coasters, but no, horrible to ride. I've just come off my ride on Yukon Striker and wow, that is the best B&M dive machine I have ever done. The drop alone is just, you wouldn't think there'd be much difference between the different dive machines, and there isn't between this and Valraven at Cedar Point, but the elements on this coaster are just fantastic. I'll tell you what, it's got a vertical loop, which is a bit strange on a B&M dive machine, but that vertical loop, I literally nearly greyed out. It was insane. Yeah, fantastic ride, easily one of the best in the park. Oh. It was a great investment for Canada's Wonderland, and that tunnel, you drop into a tunnel, yeah, it's not as good as Oblivion's because that lasts way longer, but it looks stunning, this coaster, and yeah, the ride experience is fantastic. And that is the best element, apart from the first drop on Yukon Striker. I've never greyed out as much as I did entering that loop there. It was insane. You don't expect dive coasters to pull a lot of G's, but this one most certainly does. Incredible element. I had hoped that Alpen Fury would be open for my visit here at Canada's Wonderland, but unfortunately it is still under construction. It's going to be their newest roller coaster when it opens. It's got 9 inversions, the most inversions on any roller coaster in Canada. It's really close to completion, so it is a shame I've only just missed it, but it's my first time here, so I've got plenty of coasters to get on, and maybe one day I will be back to Canada's Wonderland to experience this. It's built by Premier Rides. It's probably the most ambitious, well, one of the most ambitious projects they've ever done. I'm sure it'll be one of the most popular in the park when it opens. It launches out of Wonder Mountain. You can't see it there, but it does look fantastic. Okay, I'm just heading to Silver Streak now. It's a Vekoma suspended coaster. It's only a kiddie coaster, but it'll be my 4th coaster of the day, and I've got to pump those credits up so I can make Leviathan my 100th coaster credit. Just got off Silver Street on the very back row, and This is a coaster that I would have loved as a child. There's no steep drops on it. It's nice and calm, although it is a little bit janky, but it's got nice comfortable restraints. So even though it is a little bit rough, it doesn't hurt whatsoever. So yeah, it's a really good family roller coaster. I'm about to head on to another kiddie credit. It's Taxi Jam. Yeah, I'm in the like the kids area at the moment, so might as well get these small coasters done. It's still a roller coaster, so it's worth it. Okay, I've just got off Taxi Jam and that was amazing. No, who am I kidding? Look, it's a kiddie credit, but it is what it is. It's the exact same model as the one that I rode yesterday at Waldermere, Ravine Flyer 3. And I would say Ravine Flyer 3 has better theming because it's located entirely above water. So yeah, be sure to check out that video if you haven't already, where I visit Waldermere, a really charming, traditional American amusement park. I've made my way to Ghost Coaster now. This is a small scale wooden coaster aimed at families. It was built by PTC and opened in 1981. So it's been around for a little bit. It's just hiding in the forest back there. I just got off Ghost Coaster and it's a fun little roller coaster. It's great for the kids. It's a nice stepping stone. It's not too small and it's definitely not too big. It's a little bit rough, but nothing more than what you'd normally expect of a wooden roller coaster like this. Right, I'm going to head on the backs. It's a standard layout for Coma Boomerang. This is actually the first time I've ever done one of these, so yeah, I've heard they're pretty rough but full of force, so yeah, I'll give you my review after I ride it. I've just come off the bat and yeah, it was rough, but that loop, going into that loop backwards was fantastic. Yeah, you did get some brilliant forces on that. With these boomerangs, you first go up backwards, then you go through this cobra roll here forwards, and then through the loop forwards, and that's all right. But yeah, for me the best part is dropping into that vertical loop backwards, because you get, I'd say, the most force on that. But I think I'm going to head on to possibly Vortex next, or the Fly, which is just a standard sort of wild mouse. I think it's from Mack Rides as well, which is one of my favourite manufacturers. The Wild Mouse has quite a long line at the moment, so I'm going to get on Thunder Run, which is a Mack Rides powered coaster, and I think, yeah, it goes into the Wonderland mountain, so it could be quite a interesting, unique ride. Well, I've just got off Thunder Run, and that was a nice Mack Rides powered coaster. The layout actually travels within the Wonder Mountain, and it's completely pitch black in there, other than a few lights at one of the last tunnels. You get a nice bit of speed in there, but I'm sure that's amplified with the fact that it is completely in the pitch black. But yeah, it's the best way I'll describe it. It's kind of like the Runaway Mine Train at Alton Towers, but most of it is in the pitch black, and you've got 2 laps on there as well. I have just discovered this amazing sort of area of Canada's Wonderland. Just past Thunder Run, which is round that corner, is this lovely area in the shade here, and there's rocks there and rocks here to sit on. On a sunny day like this, come here because there's a lovely breeze, and you even get some mist off of the fountain. So if you're getting a bit hot and bothered, yeah, just come here and take a moment to breathe. Yeah, it's a really, really lovely area of the park. So I'll just show you whereabouts I am. It's quite obvious because it's to the right of of the waterfall there. I've just come over here to Wild Beast, I think. And it's a PTC. It was built in 1981, which is the same time as Ghoster Coaster, which is that much smaller wooden coaster I rode earlier. But unlike that, this is quite a bit taller. It's got, I think, a 78-foot drop. And yeah, I'll let you know how it is. Just ridden Wildebeest and that was horrific. I've not ridden many wooden roller coasters, but that was definitely the roughest wooden coaster that I've ever ridden. You really feel the roughness at the bottom of those drops and at the turns as well. It's pretty rubbish. It's a double out and back layout, but it's just it's no fun. Yeah, there's a lot of coasters that I'm only gonna do here once, to be honest. As it stands, in total, I've ridden 94 roller coasters. That's my coaster credit count. And look, it's so hard for me to not get on Leviathan, but it has to be done. So I'm gonna get on Dragonfire now. Looks like a pretty rough ride, but yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I've just ridden Dragonfire and yet another really rough coaster. I mean, it was built by Aerodynamics, yet another coaster here that opened in 1981. But yeah, you can tell that thing's really aged. I've ridden 95 coasters and yeah, that was one of the worst by far. 4 more coasters until I get on Leviathan. And it's 6:25, the park closes at 8, so will I be able to do it? I really hope so. I'm really going to try. One thing I would say about Dragonfire is you get a nice bit of force in those 2 first loops. They are enjoyable, similar to the Vekoma Boomerang, but they're just overall rubbish rides, you know? They really are only worth it for the credit. Right, I'm going to head on to Vortex now. This is an arrow suspended coaster, like the one at Chessington World of Adventures, although that has had a newer train put on it. This has the original train, so it's got a hell of a lot of swing. I recently rode one of these in Cedar Point called Iron Dragon, but Vortex is meant to be the very best in operation today. That's what I've heard. Is it true? Well, we'll soon find out. I've just got off Vortex and it was a bit rough, but I'll take that any day to get the amount of intensity you got at the bottom of all those drops and turns. Yeah, that was impressive. I'm not surprised people say that is the best arrow suspended coaster, and yeah, I would definitely say it is for the intensity, but for me it is a little bit rough, but it's still manageable, I'd say. Right, I'm just heading into Planet Snoopy now. There was one coaster I didn't get in the kids area because there was a massive line, and that was Snoopy's Racing Railway. It's a new addition to the park. It opened in 2023, and I'll try and get on that now. Right, that is my 97th coaster credit done. It was Snoopy's Racing Railway, and that's a good kiddie coaster. It's a nice new one. It's got a launch at the start, which is a great introduction to launches for the kids. And there's a nice small little booster launch as well. So two launches on that coaster. It was lovely and smooth as well. But now I think I'm going to head over to try and do Fly, which is a Mack Rides Wild Mouse. I did try and do it earlier today, but it went down. So I'll try and get on that to make that my 98th. And then Backlot Stunt Coaster as my 99th. And then Leviathan as my 100th. And it's literally just going 7 o'clock now, so I've got 1 hour to do it. It's going to be tight, but I might just be able to do it. I've just got off the Fly, and that was a nice, fun little family coaster. Classic Wild Mouse. It was lovely and smooth, and yeah, I've noticed that there are a lot of family attractions at Canada's Wonderland. Loads. This place is fantastic for families, and yeah, that Wild Mouse was another great family coaster. I remember as a child I used to love Wild Mouses. There's one at Chesington, not by Mack Rides. The one at Chesington is by Maurer, and it's a lot more rough. But I loved the laterals as a kid. Really good fun. One more coaster to get on until I can get on Leviathan. I've just passed Wonder Mountain's Guardian, and I'm going to get on that first. And that will allow me to ride Leviathan for my 100th coaster credit. Okay, I've just come off Wonderland Mountain Guardian. And that was shocking. There was one good element of that ride, and if this is a spoiler, so skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to hear it, but the drop track on that is the only good thing about that ride. It's a shooting dark ride, but it's also a coaster, and other than the outside section there, the rest of it is just indoors, going around a slow moving track, shooting screens. Our guns barely even worked, and the screens were terrible quality. You can see all the backstage, and it is just shockingly bad. But yeah, the drop track is good, and it's great to trick someone who's never been on the ride before and surprise them. But that is the only good part of that ride. But more importantly, that was my 99th coaster credit, so I can finally go make my way to Leviathan for my 100th roller coaster. And there is 30 minutes left of the day. Look at that. It's a B&M Giga. It's basically the exact same ride model as Behemoth, but it's just over 300 feet tall. And the elements that B&M tend to build on their Giga coasters are less airtime focused and more twists and turns. After riding some really rough, terrible coasters, some good family coasters, some great kiddie coasters, I finally made it. Leviathan is going to be my 100th coaster credit. It's got a long line, but it's worth it. Let's do this. have just ridden my 100th roller coaster credit Leviathan, and wow, that was fantastic. That is definitely the best coaster in the park, but close second would definitely be Behemoth. So 2 massive B&Ms. Yeah, this coaster was fantastic. Just the sense of speed you get, the air time. Yeah, it was really, really good fun. I mean, the first drop as well was just, went on forever. It was a really good coaster, and I'm really happy that I managed to get on it today, just in the nick of time, because the park closes in literally 12 minutes. So yeah, I'm really happy. Really, really good ride. So my first day here at Canada's Wonderland has come to an end, and wow, was it a challenge to get in 15 new coaster credits today, and making Leviathan my 100th credit in the last hour was really something special. This has been a really nice park. I've got good first impressions. I mean, there have been some ups and downs. So on some of the coasters, the operations have been quite poor. It just seems that there's a lot of staff training today. I noticed ride attendants wearing green, which I believe are the supervisors. So yeah, the operations were pretty slow. I was waiting in lines for quite a while, but you know, I've been here all day, and I'm really happy that I managed to get on 15 new coasters today. There's only 2 coasters I've not been on today. That's the wooden coaster, Mighty Mindbender or something. I'll stay tuned for the next vlog to get my review on that if it opens. And also the backlot stunt coaster, which is also in the same area of the park over by Behemoth there. With regards to the operations, it stands in stark contrast with Cedar Point, which I was only at a couple days ago. The operations at Cedar Point were like pretty good. Like most of the time they were great, but you know, you have your ups and downs. But yeah, much like Canada's Wonderland is much worse, unfortunately. But yeah, the coasters here, my favourites have been getting on Yukon Striker, having that massive grey out on that vertical loop. That was fantastic. And Behemoth is really good airtime. And just finishing on Leviathan was just, yeah, really, really special. So I will be here tomorrow recording a normal, what I would class as a normal day at this park. For me, I'll be focusing on the major attractions here. There are also some fantastic flat rides that I've not got on yet because I've been chasing credits today. Yeah, they've got some really unique flats that you'll see in the next vlog. And yeah, more of these fantastic coasters that they've got. I'll be giving more in-depth reviews of them in tomorrow's vlog, so stay tuned for that. My name's Max Grindon. This has been Max G-Force. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and smash that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and be sure to comment, because I read all of your comments and I really do appreciate yeah, just any interactions you have with the channel. Thank you so much for watching.